Piracy is killing the game industry. Wrong. You know what is actually killing the game industry? Websites reselling illegally gained review keys. Every time I have published a game, within a few hours I could find the game on websites like the Pirate Bay. And did it hurt my sales? Well, probably a bit, but not really. Because many of the people who pirated the game probably wouldn't have bought it in the first place. And maybe people who really liked the game ended up purchasing it later on. Just maybe. Of course, me as a small-time indie game developer will have a totally different experience than a big studio. But my guess is that the percentage of legal sales versus the piracy numbers don't differ all that much from small-time indie to AAA. What is actually hurting is the usage of DRM to fight against piracy. The real truth is that DRM doesn't work at all. Simple solutions like integrations with Steam are circumvented within 5 minutes for anyone with a bit of coding experience, and the more complex DRM solutions often install malware on customers' PCs. Many gamers don't like malware, me neither, and will simply just boycott a game, me too, if it has such an aggressive form of DRM. Personally, I just stop using any form of DRM in my games. I think it's a waste of time, it hurts the customer experience, and the more advanced forms of DRM are a solution even worse than the problem itself, and also very expensive. But if you stop using DRM and accept piracy as just this new and modern way to attract a new kind of target audience to your branding, then what is killing your game sales?
Grey market online stores have popped up, such as
New G2A are shit.
G2A and Kinguin, that offer digital game keys from third-party sellers.
Is killing the gaming industry.
Pulling credit cards to buy keys for games. This is fine.
Platforms like G2A, CD Kings and Kinguin are murdering the game industry. They sell hundreds of thousands of digital keys of your game, often at a price a lot cheaper than you yourself are selling the game on whatever platform. And only this time you get 0% revenue from it. But how do they get access to keys of your game? Well, it's simple, you're giving them keys. Well, at least indirectly you are. We all know that to market our games we need to give out keys to review websites and influencers. At least we think. I mean, the more, the better even, because more online exposure equals more sales. However, what is actually happening is that many of those keys are never used for review purposes, and instead are being sold on online marketplaces like G2A. And the worst part is that contrary to piracy, the people buying these keys end up being your customers without any possibility of future revenue stream, while people that pirate your game can still end up purchasing your game. I'll take piracy anytime over these key selling websites. And seriously, do not underestimate this. Quickly after I launched my game City of Springs this year, I saw that someone was selling a key of my game on Kinguin. The account of had over 1 million possible reviews. This means that they sold over 1 million keys. I started scrolling through all the stuff they were selling and saw that the prices generally ranged from €2 to €15. Given that Kinguin also takes a percentage of the sales, I guesstimate that this person, or maybe even a company, made well over €4 million legally selling illegally gained keys. So hats off to Mr. on making more money from games than developers and publishers are making themselves. People like you are murdering the game industry.
Oh, thanks.
Can I give you a hug?
No, thanks.
In a fit of rage, after I saw City of Springs being sold on Kinguin, I emailed them, politely pressuring them into instantly removing my game from their website. And they did.
Hello, thank you for reaching out to us regarding this matter.
Please rest assured that we do not support such practices. Of course, we will comply with your demands. The product page will be taken down from our store, and sellers involved will be additionally verified.
It was this easy. I told Kingwing 2 things. First, I told them that every key of City of Springs they sold was being sold without my explicit permission as the publisher of the game. And second, that I added a disclaimer to every key that I send out, that it will get disabled on a certain date, and that if they value their customers, that they would immediately stop selling keys that would expire soon. So this is a shout out to every publisher out there. Please do as I did and simply send out a few emails to these platforms demanding them to take down all the products that you own. They will have to do it because, well, you have the power to disable the products they try to sell. And if they sell disabled keys, it will give them a very bad reputation. So instead of investing a lot of money and time into implementing complex and expensive malware DRM solutions into your games, just invest a few hours of your time to force key resellers to take down your games. If we do this collectively, we may even be able to get rid of these leeching platforms altogether. And finally, a word to the influencers that are selling these keys. I get it, really. I understand that you need to make money too, as the few cents of revenue that you get from YouTube won't cut it. Of course not. Of course you need side gigs. I do too, because YouTube sure as shit isn't paying for my house. But do you really want to be strangling the industry that you're using in trying to get famous? Alright, time to calm down and get back to work, because I too have my side gigs, as my YouTube revenue definitely isn't enough to live on. I really hope you liked my video once again and hope to see you again next week.